Sam, I'll tell you this. I mean, over the last 7 or 8 years, there's always a level of frustration after the draft. And, this is my 27th year in professional baseball. Our first draft inside a draft room was 1997. I was really fortunate to work internationally for overseeing an international department for 5.5 years, where you could sign a player each and every day. And so the frustrating thing to me is the number of players in the United States of America that forego an opportunity to sign professionally because the money's not right or they don't feel like it's the perfect situation. That's frustrating. And it's happening more and more. Yes, the money's at in the top 2, 3 rounds, and a lot of kids' expectations in America are a little bit, I guess, misguided by people that mean well, whether it be agents, advisors, coaches, whoever, thinking that they should all get $1 million or $2 million. If you propose the following to every kid in the Kansas City area, if you went and made a presentation, if you were with Cerner and you went to their high school and you simply said to them, this is what we're going to do for each and every one of you once you graduate from high school. We are going to give you a full ride scholarship to the University of Missouri or Kansas or K-State or Central Missouri or Missouri State. You pick your college. We're going to give you a full ride scholarship, and we're going to give you $20,000, $50,000, 100, maybe 500, whatever the case may be, based on your academic accomplishments. And then once you get your degree that we paid for, we are going to give you an opportunity to be the CEO of our company. That's what we do in professional baseball. We come alongside of every kid and we simply say to them, we're going to give you a full ride scholarship. And there's very few, if any, Division I kids on a full ride scholarship. In fact, there's many kids, they're going to find out in the next week or so that their scholarships being cut because the rosters are expanding. And so we're going to give you a full ride scholarship, and we're going to give you 20,000 or 100 or 200. I mean, we as an industry over the last 7 to 10 years are trying to talk kids into taking 300, 400, and 500,000. We're trying to talk kids into taking $1 million, and they won't take it because they think that they're going to get 1.5 or 2 or 2.5 in 3 years. We like to talk about and highlight the number of kids that improve their draft status by going to college, or they weren't drafted out of high school. Now, a lot of them weren't drafted out of high school because they simply said, don't take me because it's got to be X amount of dollars. But we never really talk about the number of players that don't improve their draft status. And so we've got, hundreds of players on our board right now that are not going to get a chance to play professional baseball. That's disappointing. There's 29 other general managers that all feel the same way. We're very disappointed we didn't have more rounds. We're very hurt that we didn't have the opportunity to give more kids the opportunity to play. People ask me from time to time about the Latino player and everything that they're achieving in our game, and they achieve because they're very hungry. They don't play based on the signing bonus. Like they're signing out of the Dominican Republic, the good players. The good players out of Venezuela are signing. The good players internationally are signing. They're not waiting for any other avenue. They're not going to college. They're not going to they're signing and they're playing and they're getting in our system. So, Sam, you asked me that question. This is a forum that we need to have. It's not just one simple conversation. I mean, there's a lot of things that we need to do a better job of as an industry. We need to provide opportunities for young boys and girls to pursue their dream in this game. That's why the Urban Youth Academy is so important. It's very expensive to play baseball at the travel ball level. We've got to come along and change a lot of different things if we want to open this up. But we've got to change the mindset. When we I sat in Adam Wainwright's home and Scott Thorman's home in 2000. They didn't even have agents and they were first rounders. Adam Wainwright didn't have an agent. Now, every player has an agent, which is great. But again, the expectations and the world of comparison that we often live in comes back to really haunt us. And we shouldn't be evaluating our individual opportunity and what's important to us based on what we think we deserve because somebody else got a certain package or financial package the year before or ahead of me or what have you. So anyway, but to give you more of a direct answer, of course, we wish there was more rounds. Of course, we wish there were more opportunities, and especially for those kids that really want to play and have worked hard to perfect their skills to a level where they're good enough to play professional baseball, and there just simply was an opportunity for them. What I will tell you this, and the question was asked early, and Danny answered it very well, but one of the disappointing things with the draft is, and obviously it was out of our control with the pandemic. I mean, we didn't get a chance to evaluate a lot of the guys that historically go in rounds 5 through 40 because we saw a lot of the top end guys right out of the gate. What you normally do, you've got to get those guys scouted early, and we're fortunate that we did, but a lot of those guys took their names out of the draft because they wanted a lot of money after the third round. And so now we just really didn't have a lot of evaluations on those players that historically go 5 through 35 or 5 through 40. And there's really not a whole lot of data. And that's where your area scouts and your scouting staff really make the difference, Sam. Because, and oftentimes Danny will tell you, we're taking guys in the 15th and 16th and 17th round, and we may only have 2 evaluations on them. We may only have 1 evaluation on, and it's the area scout. But they simply didn't get an opportunity to see a lot of guys this year. So I talk too much, but I'm always a little frustrated this time because I look on the board and I see so many players, and I ask myself, why wouldn't you enter professional baseball given this opportunity and they choose to go in a different direction?